It's very much like that, though. I learned this really cool thing. Let me show you. Cannot do the thing at all. Can't do the thing at all. Hello, everybody. I don't know about y'all, but I hate being rained on, and I hate drips and all that stuff, so I'm really glad that I'm in here and not out there. And we've got Adam and Ratana at home. Let's get started in child's pose. So we can get moving and sweating and all the good stuff. At least it's nice and humid in here, though. That makes it extra sweaty, which is one of my favorite things. So take the first few moments to let your fingertips get settled on the floor, your forehead down to the floor. Take the opportunity to put the other stuff aside. Clear out some space so that you can spend the next 60 minutes moving, breathing, setting your gaze on one point. Really simple. So take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself all the way up. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Fill up. Empty it out. Last one. Fill all the way. Empty all the way. Start to create your Ujjayi breath. Long inhale with a pause. Long exhale with a pause. Just on purpose, right from the start. Especially if you've got a lot on your plate right now, or there's a lot floating around up in your head, like the breath is the place to start, and then let your body follow. Downward facing dog. Keep building the breath, and then move your body around however you want to move it. Pedal out, shake things out, get situated. Keep building your breath. Full inhales, purposeful exhales. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pit of the belly, weight in and up, and then start to connect. Four corners of both of your feet into the floor. We focused a lot of that on Tuesday, so start that here instead of waiting till the balancing poses. Big toe mounds, peaky toe mounds, both sides of your heels, straight down into the floor. And press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. One specific focus. We'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. In. Empty it out. Good. 2 more. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Empty completely. Move forward, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain, rise all the way up. Look up, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knees up on the right, knees up on the left. Low push up, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in together. Empty it out. Now, really on purpose. Breath in. Push the air out. Last one. Empty to the pit of your belly. Look forward and move. Feet to hands. Halfway lift with your weights. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Look up through your chest. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Push the air out. Good. Breathe in. Empty. Get clear. Last one. Exhale everything. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift with your weights. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise all the way up. Stretch back. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee on the right, knee on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. downward facing dog. Full breath in, empty out. Breathe in, exhale. Last one. Empty everything, step or jump. Halfway lift, fold down. One more sun A, rise up to standing and reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull, high plank. Knee on the right, knee on the left, low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in together, clear it out. Breathe in, expand, get empty. Last one, empty out, feet to hands. Halfway lift with your weights, fold down, chair pose and stay. Steady rhythmic breath, start to build the heat from the inside of your legs all the way out to the edges of your skin. One more breath in, exhale, twist right. Inhale, open your arms, stay for the exhale. Back up to chair pose, reach, twist left. Inhale, open, stay and breathe out, back up to chair. Forward fold, halfway lift, tricep pull, high plank. Knee tap, low plank, upward facing. Downward facing, right side warrior one, step through, press both of your feet down into the mat. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side warrior one, step through, big toe mat, straight down. Chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. Breath in together, push the air out. Full breath, more air in, get empty. Last one. Exhale it out. Feet to hands, halfway lift, tricep pull, fold down. Chair pose, one breath, twist right. Inhale, open, stay and twist. Back to chair, twist left. Open, breathe in, stay and breathe out, chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull, high plank. Keep the breath moving, knee tap and knee tap. Low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Right side warrior one, press and stretch up. Low push up, hands to the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. Left side warrior one, connect both of your feet and look up. Chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. Full breath in. Clear it out. Breathe in. Empty. Nice one. Exhale it out. Move forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose, sit deep. Twist right. Open on the breath in. Stay and exhale. Back up to chair. Twist left. Breathe in and open. Stay and twist. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High plank. Knee on the right, knee on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. You got it. Step. Lift your chest up to the ceiling. Low push up, hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog, left side, step it through, press your heels straight down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Get empty. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. One more sunbeam. Chair pose. Twist right. Open on the inhale. Stay and breathe. Back to chair. Twist left. Open, breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. Warrior one, right side. You got it. Step through. Deepest lunge yet. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog, left side, step through, connect and go. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Oh, yes. Some of you have got a lot of stuff is happening. Be right here, just let your body move, send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay three-legged or flip your dog, you choose. Get 2 flat feet on the floor and stretch your heart wide open. Whether you're in flip dog or three-legged, you've got plenty of room to stretch out your collarbones. And flip back over, side plank. Left hand up to the sky, and you can have a weight in your hand or an open palm, up to you. Add more breath. Flex both of your ankles a lot. Yeah, right here. One more inhale. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stay or flip dog. Add more breath here, whether you plan on going to the wheel or you've got shoulder movement that's working really well for you. Big, full breaths. Flip back over, side plank. Right arm straight up to the ceiling and then stretch, as if you could get your hands further apart from one another, the top hand further away from the bottom hand. As far as the bones will stretch. Nice, Rasana. One more inhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. Yeah, there it is. Number 2, in. Empty. Last one. Clear it out. Right side crescent lunge. Step through. Yeah, keep your breath flowing. Set up the foundation of the pose. The toes on your back foot, whole sole of your front foot. And come deeper. Bring your front knee to a 90-degree bend. Yes. And you might feel like, okay, this is 90. And then you look at your leg and you're like, that's definitely not 90. Got it. Okay, then come a little lower than that and just stay in that work. Knee over ankle, muscle into leg bone. Keep that front leg active. Knee dips with the back leg. Dip down for 5. Woo, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Hands to heart twist right. I think the fun part is, even if you just add another extra breath or two in a pose, you're like, whoa, this felt really accessible, and now this is challenging again. Open your arms. There's always something to move and shift in your practice every time you're on your mat. One more inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Warrior 2, face the opposite way. I feel like that's really a lot of what comes up for me in Warrior 2 as well. It's like Warrior 2, okay, cool. And then knee at 90 degrees, and you're like, okay, now we're dialing up the heat. And then you just stay and breathe. Get the center of your front heel straight down into the mat and soften your front toes. Yes. Good. Keep that action. Extended side angle. Can you keep the weight from shifting into the front of your front foot and keep it back in the heel? Half bind or full bind. Add more breath. Yeah, and if it needs to be a sigh or an exhale through your mouth, keep that piece. One more breath in. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, crescent lunge, step through. Foundation first, feet on the floor, toes on the back foot on the floor, and then come down into it. So you know what 90 would look like, and if it feels like you're there, you just take a look at your legs, see if it's actually there, and then come deeper if it's not. Muscle to bone on your front leg, squeeze it in. Then the knee dip is just in the back leg. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Hands to heart twist left. You got it. All of that weight, keep it in the back part of your front foot. So the big toe is still connected, but your toes can be light. Open your arms. Nice, Jordan. Back thigh up to the ceiling. There it is. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Warrior 2, unwind. Oh, yes. When you check in here, is it at 90? And even if 90 is not sustainable now, it might be for a breath or two, and then you straighten and come back into it. Extended side angle. Each breath, each extra breath you take in keeping the 90, in going lower and stretching further, the more space you create for the next pose. Take your bind. The more space you create for the next time you're on your mat. Your mat pose is a little easier. You're a little more flexible, a little stronger. One more breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Sigh it out. Breath in. Last one. Clear it all out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into the chair. Sit your hips so far back that you almost tip backwards, like you have to use your low belly muscles to keep you upright. Hands to heart twist right. Keep all of that weight back. It's really common to start to shift it forward so you can twist. Open your arms. Bottom arm between your knees. Bottom arm between your knees. You're going to take a half bind. Top arm around your back. You can go into the hip crease or on the outside of your hip. Good. Maybe the full bind. Bottom arm under your thigh to grab your fingertips. Stay down in the chair. You got it. Yeah, some of you are going to bird. You can stay in that chair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair. Fold. First 2 fingers around your big toes. Yes, in the grand scheme of binds, that's definitely my least favorite one because I like to avoid it. It feels like there's not enough space, but there's not going to be enough space unless you keep doing the thing. Gaze at the back edge of your mat. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable, and you get comfortable with being uncomfortable so something can shift. Crow pose from the head of your mat. Spread out your fingers nice and wide. Take your pose. You got it. Gaze right out in front of your fingertips. Press the ground away with your fingertips, like you're resisting gravity by just having your hands on the floor. Nice. Look out in front of your fingertips. Those of you who are working on the crow, yes, there you go. One more breath. Step or shoot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. Big exhale out. Move forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Down and back. Find the sweet spot out of where it's comfortable in the space where you have to engage so you don't fall backwards. Hands to heart twist left. Bottom arm between your knees. Open your arms. And then you work the bind. Whatever stage you're in of that bind, great. Top arm behind your back. Maybe the bottom arm underneath your right thigh so you can find the fingertips and make the bind. Then you peel your chest open. Stay for 5, 4, 3. Nice, Adam. 2, 1. Chair pose. Fold. Gorilla. Step on your palms. Pose up to your wrists. You've definitely got the heat and the sweat going. Add more breath to balance that out and help move the heat around your body exactly where you need it to go. Yes, a breath like that. Release your hands. Crow number 2 from the head of your mat. A lot of you are working on pressing up to handstand or jumping back to chaturanga. That's the time right now. You can play with that. Those of you who are working on the crow, keep your gaze out in front of your fingertips so that you shift forward instead of straight down. Nice, Rachel, you got it. A little bit more. So forward, trust that your hands have got you. Last breath in. Step or jump back, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. Breath in. Exhale. Last one. Get empty. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Right arm under, right leg over. Now that you've shaken things up, things are moving, there's more plate, there's room to work with now. Bring in more breath. Dial in your focus of your gaze, right on one spot. Slow and steady transitions through these balancing poses tonight. Keep your arms bound, take airplane with your legs. Yeah, long, slow stretch all the way out. Beautiful. When you've got full extension, crown to lifted foot, reach your arms back, full airplane. Long, straight, lifted leg. Long, straight, standing leg. Nice, Nathan. Standing splits. Hands down to your standing ankle or down to the mat. Two options here. There's handstand hops that are available if you want to plant flat palms on the ground. If you're doing the split and staying in the split, flex your lifted ankle and lift your leg as high as it'll go up to the ceiling. For one more breath, both feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, left side. Left arm under, left leg over. Eyes on one spot, then kick start the breath. So when you create that smoothness, that attention to detail in your transitions, and the practice starts to get more fluid and you can drop into that flow space. Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs, steady and smooth. It's like you're pressing in slow motion and you give every muscle the opportunity to stretch and plug in. Full airplane. Every muscle on your whole leg, your whole foot pulled into the bones. Standing splits, hands to the mat or the ankle. Handstand hops or stay with the standing split. So you can play with putting one hand or both on your calf or your ankle because the floor's there to catch you if you need it. Okay, just play with a balance in that way. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side, second set. Right arm under, right leg over. Eyes on one spot, add the breath. Steady, rhythmic breath. Warrior 3, press your foot to the back, reach your arms to the front. Palms can be open or you can interlace your fingers and point them forward. Whatever feels more stable. Stretch on purpose, fingertips to foot. Second opportunity, standing splits or handstand hops, hands down to the floor. So if you want to switch to the handstand hops or switch to the standing splits, you've got that. Now work the hands onto the ankle to work that balance. One more inhale, feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over. Doing the work, everybody. I love it. Stick with it. Eyes on one spot. Focus on your breath. If your heart rate's up really high, use the breath to slow it back down. A conscious choice. Warrior 3. Legs straight back, arms straight forward. A long, straight spine. A long line, point to point, heel to crown. Beautiful. Standing splits or handstand hops. Handstand hopper, spread those fingertips out really wide. Lifted leg stays as straight as it can go. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Good work. Eyes up to standing. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. Soft crease of your elbow faces out for the standing bow. This is usually a pose for me in my practice where my breath gets a little bit short because there's a lot to pay attention to in this pose. Put your focus on your breath instead. Yes, there's a lot of moving parts and pieces to focus on, but can you just put those aside for a moment and only focus on the breathing? Soften your standing knee. Replug your big toe down into the mat. Left side, standing bow or dancer. Eyes on one spot. In this first one, your attention on the breathing. Especially if the pose feels extra challenging today or it feels like you can't get a focus point today, all of the attention on the breath. Right side, second set. Standing bow or dancer. Go for it. Stay here in the pose. Extend all the way out to the edges. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Last one. Standing bow or dancer's pose. Right side, or left side rather. Whichever side we didn't just do. Take your pose. Press your lifted foot straight up to the ceiling. Stay here and breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet to the mat. Tree pose, right side. Tree pose of your choice tonight. A hip opener, a bind with your arms, whichever feels like the best fit, take that pose. The come back to center pose, the come back to breath flow pose. Then notice which of the corners of your standing foot you've got connected to the mat. Can you even them out of the 4? Does it feel like one's pressing more, one's lifting up? Get curious about that. Big inhale. Switch sides. Kevin, the next step of that is just floating up to handstand. Almost there. Last time, yeah, next week. We'll worry about that next time. Tree pose on the left. Steady breath. Like even when you're pushed up against something, something gets uncomfortable, something throws you off of center, can you just come back to the breath? With no other plan on where you're going or what you're doing, can it just be the breath and then see what there is to see? Big inhale. Feet to the mat. Come to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extend and mountain. Reach up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Step right through. You got it. Grab the block or grab your shin. Either place is fine. And we work this a little bit on Tuesday, so we'll work it again today to finish out your week. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and your ribs together in the front. Like you've got sneakers laced, the lace of a sneaker back and forth between your shoulder blades. You tighten it together. And then your ribs in front, the sneaker laces pull together. So you're actually lengthening your spine on both the front and back sides of your spine. By doing that, you give it more space. Keep those two pieces working. Press into your feet, rise up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Both of your feet turn to the long edge of your mat. Hinge down. Can you keep those two pieces, the shoulder blades together, the ribs together? Now we're going to work a good old classic fold right here. So you work to bring the top of your head towards the floor and tailbone up to the ceiling. And if it feels like your back is rounding or there's a little bit of a stuckness to it, bend your knees a little bit more. Give yourself more room. Tailbone up to the ceiling, crown of the head to the floor. You got it now. Press into the edges of your palms and your thumbs. Belly in and up. Yes, elbows in towards center. You got it. Squeeze them into center. Good. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold, or split pose. You choose. For taking the Namaste fold, make sure your feet are at least hip width distance apart, if not a little wider. Yeah, good adjustments. And then hinge forward. If you're working that split, work to lift the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button. Everybody's favorite spot in the split pose. Then you bring in the breath. A sense of flow, a sense of softness with the breath in the pose. The heat and the breath working together to soften and strengthen each and every pose. twisting triangle or twisting splits. Bring yourself out. The twisting triangle and the twisting splits, can you lace together and pull in? Ribs in the front. Nice, Rachel, I saw that. Shoulder blades together on the back. Shoulder blades are trickier in the twist because there's that tendency to round and try and lift yourself up toward the ceiling. Stay long. One more breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle, step through. Get that left hand down where it needs to go. Block or shin, and then work the front and the back. Pull the sneaker laces tight. Ribs in, shoulder blades in. Now for super bendy, flexy people in the room, the ribs is the harder one. For stronger people, it's the shoulder blades that are the harder ones. So keep working both sides best you can. Rise all the way to standing. Side facing wide leg fold, this time with a bind. Interlace your fingers at your low back and hinge forward. So even here you can work the fold. Softness in the knees, then crown of the head to the floor, tailbone up toward the ceiling. You might find that leaning a little bit of weight into your toes helps you tip the tailbone higher, or rooting down the heels makes you feel more grounded, so you can play with where the weight is in both of your feet to get the longest spine possible. Release your hands down, rise all the way up. Namaste front facing or splits on the other side. You got it. The work is happening. I'm sweating just standing here, so I know we're in the right place at this point in the practice. Bring breath. It takes that. It takes being uncomfortable. It takes sweating. It takes pushing yourself into a place where you're not quite sure what the outcome will be for shift to happen. For something big to happen, you've got to make big space for it. Soften your toes. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Your whole spine. Ribs together in the front, shoulder blades together on the back. Nice. Just that little bit creates the space that you need to lengthen out as much as possible. One more breath in. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I think it's a good place for a side. Take a deep breath in. Yeah, breath in. One more. Roll out to a high plank. Pause in the plank, shoulders right on top of your wrists, and two options. You can hold the plank or mountain climbers, knees in towards your nose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the floor. Some of those are belly flops. I like it. Now locust pose of Superman. Me too today. I feel that. Rise up and away from the floor. You got this. You're already past the halfway point of your practice. Stretch out nice and long. Feet out through your chest or out through your fingertips. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah, one more breath. Lower down. Rock your hips left and right. Now, second set, press the tops of your feet into the floor to start. Keep them pressed into the mat until I tell you to lift them up. Rise up through your chest and shoulders. Tops of the feet stay on the mat. So get it in a space where all of your toes, even your pinky toes, touch the floor. Lift them straight up from there. Yes, there's no rotation. It's all 5 toes on each foot, up and away. So if you tap them on the floor, all 5 would touch again. One more inhale. Lower down. Good adjustment, side to side. Floor bow number 1. Bend your knees and grab your ankles. Rise up and away from the mat. Chin straight back, feet straight up. Leave footprints up on your ceiling. Yes, spread your toes apart. Beautiful. One more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Floor bone number 2, you got it. Rise up. Up and away from the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together. A little trickier with the feet because you can't quite see them, but imagine all of the toes touch the ceiling at the same time. One more breath. Lower down. Side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. A full breath out. Look between your hands and jump through to sit. Make your way to bridge pose on your back. Bridge pose on your back. Press your feet into the mat, rise up. Can you incorporate those sneaker laces here? The ribs in the front, shoulder blades together underneath you. So it'll take tucking your shoulder heads underneath you to really pull them together and create foundation. Big toe mount straight down into the floor. One more breath. Lower down. Knees side to side. Second set of bridge pose. Press down, rise up. Rise up. Lift and spread everything open across the front side of your body. Bring your right knee into your chest. Right foot up to the sky. You can keep the leg long and straight or pulse your hips up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Left leg straight up or pulse the hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, knees side to side. All right, yogis, definitely wheel pose time. Wheel number 1, your first opportunity. Tuck your fingertips under your shoulders. Rise up and away from the mat. Big and open, right open through the front side of your body. All of your work coming to this peak pose. Tuck your chin and make your way down. Breath in together. Breath out together. Number 2, press, lift, go. Just up and away from the floor. Not a lot of extra stuff to do about it. You're just up and away. Then tuck your chin and come down. Full breath. Let it go. Number 3, press and go. Up, just right into it, the bridge or the wheel in its full expression right in this moment. And make your way down. Breathe in together. Let it go. Number 4, press and go nice and smooth all the way up to the ceiling. Yes, fingertips and feet fully connected. Lower down. Breathe in. Breath out. Number 5, you only got two more opportunities. Press and go. Wheel or bridge, eyes set right on one spot. Lower down. Breath in. Breath out. Last one, yogis, last wheel, you got it. Press and go. Press your heart up and away from your chest. Your feet straight down into the mat and lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Yeah, the sigh, the mouth noise, the exhale, like let that come up and out. Give yourself permission to let that come up and out. Happy baby or dead bug. A lot of times I feel like once you get past igniting, it's like, okay, that particular type of work is done, and now it's a different type of work for the rest of the practice. Whole spine down on the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Abdominal twist, hands behind your head. Go elbow to opposite knee at your own pace. Go. Side to side, and you can switch to just legs or just arms or keep doing both of them. Go for 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, flex your ankles, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Almost there. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. You got this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Oh, yes. One boat pose, ladies and gentlemen. Rise up to boat pose. Rock up. Rock up to boat pose. You got it. We're going to try something a little different today. We're going to try a bind. So bend your knees and grab a hold of your big toes. Even if it's just right here and you're sitting with bent knees and you've got your toes, pull on your feet so you can get right up on your sit bones. So you're not sitting back on the flesh of your bum. You're just up on your sit bones. So it's that tiny little spot. See if you can straighten out your legs from here. They might be super wide. Yeah. Are you breathing? I feel like everyone's holding their breath. Trying to stay in the boat. Downward facing dog. Okay. Enough of that nonsense. Let's get to downward facing dog. Good stuff. Good work. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Get settled. Settled into the breath. Settled with your gaze. Even if you typically have your eyes closed in your half pigeon, maybe today just try having them open. Eyes focused on one spot. It's blurry, cool, just keep it on the one spot. There's a difference a lot of the time if you're taking certain poses with your eyes closed. It gives your brain extra leeway to kind of run away and do its own thing. When your eyes are open and paying attention to a thing, it's a lot harder for the brain to wander. So something to look at in your practice, if there are particular poses that repeatedly you've got your eyes closed, like half pigeon, or the seated folds towards the end of practice. If there's the same poses every time, try keeping the eyes open and see how that shifts the pose. Be about taking whatever it takes to keep your brain focused moment by moment, so the choice to stay focused on the here and now is easier than wandering off somewhere else. Make it easier to stay here than it is to listen to a story or a list or whatever. You've got a few more breaths. You can stay in half pigeon or take king pigeon. Bend your back knee, grab a hold of your ankle or your foot. And it could be that you stay up on your palm in the king pigeon, or you make your way back down to your elbow. Also different variations, so you just pick the one that fits you best. Whatever fits you best right now. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Left side, half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. Make your way there. If your eyes are often closed, keep them open on this side. See what there is to see. Because that's exactly what your Shi is, right? It's not just looking at a spot with your physical eyes. It's having a laser-like focus and an attention on something. Like when you're driving home after work and you're on autopilot and then you get halfway home and you're like, I'm not sure how I got this far home, and I'm not sure what traffic lights I went through or who I passed. Like that's just looking, like you're looking because you're driving, but you're not looking and seeing. Not focused. This is you're in a different place every time and you're not sure of the road names or when you're supposed to turn, so you have to be super focused so you don't miss it. I don't want to miss it. Stay or king pigeon. Let your practice be something that when you get done, after your practice, and then when you step off your mat, you're not thinking, it was all right. I could have done that or not done that. It wouldn't have made a difference. Make it a, I'm so glad I made that choice. Even if it was challenging, I'm so glad that I gave myself that time. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Frog pose or seated wide leg fold? Seated wide leg fold. You can sit on the edge of a block to help tip your tailbone or your sit bones back behind you. Wall space for the frogs, there's floor space for frogs. Find your space. Big full ujjayi breaths here. Let that be your focus point. And your eyes seeing, focusing right on one thing. Toes awake, feet awake. There are many, many times when all of us, myself included, all the other teachers included, where you drag yourself onto your mat and you're like, I really don't want to do this right now, but I know this is exactly the right thing that I need right now. I don't know what this is going to look like, and it's going to be messy, but we'll figure it out. The fun thing about yoga, it's not about answering the questions, it's about leaving space so that the answers can pop up and maybe those answers are actually more questions. Holding the space and the possibility for something to come up, something to get clear. Few more breaths here. Eyes on one spot, breath moving in and out. Slowly make your way out. Seated single leg extension when you get there. Right leg out, left heel in towards your right thigh. Now's your opportunity to melt forward. All of the stretching and the work and the heat and the sweating and all of that good stuff. Now just fold over your extended leg. I say just like it's easy for everyone to just fold. That's not what I mean. I mean just fold as in let it go. Whatever that thing is, the stuckness that's keeping you from just melting forward, let that piece go so you can. Switch legs, left leg out, right heel in. Toes up to the ceiling, at least a slight bend in your extended knee. Seated forward fold, both legs straight out. Fold in half. Block, strap, towel, any tools you like to use around the end of your feet, do that. And everybody draw the outer edges of your feet back toward your face. Yes. Feet that are awake. Toes that are awake. Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind you. Rise all the way up. Let us stretch the front of your shoulders. Stretch out those pec minor muscles from the side of your chest into the front of your shoulder. Heels on the ground, tabletops, toes pointed down, planks. Lower yourself down, fish pose. A block between your shoulder blades, or hands tucked underneath your glutes. Eyes on one spot. Eyes open, clear, focused. No autopilot. Two more breaths in your fish. A full inhale. Big exhale. One more. Empty it out. Make your way onto your back. Upside down time. Any version of upside down that you want to work on, choose and go. Make it smooth and intentional. Smooth and intentional choices. Muscle into bone. Especially on your legs, like the muscle squeezes into the bone, but then the leg bones themselves come in towards center. Headstands and handstands. You've got another breath or two and then child's pose. And shoulder stance to plow. Long legs in your plow. Plow to death yogi. Bend your knees, tuck them around the sides of your head. Slowly lower down, piece by piece, bone by bone. Supine twist right. Drop your knees one way, twist and look the opposite way. Supine twist left. Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. Got your cold eye towel right up at the corner of your mat. Take a long, slow breath in. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Every bone in your body, rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring movement back into your hands and your feet. Plant your feet on the floor, rock up to your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Let's finish our practice together with 3 final Ums. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much for coming into the studio, signing in virtually, and making a clear practice happen. Namaste. Good work, everybody. towels can go in the usual baskets outside the door. If you borrow anything, just leave it back towards the cubby so I know which ones to clean up. Have an awesome rest of your Thursday, and hopefully I will see you soon.